I'm a little overdue with this video. I went to go see this a couple weeks ago actually now, but I have to show you guys two things. Right here is The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises on going into Regal theaters. They had it for Batman week, which I was so excited. I wanted to go see Batman Begins. I ended up watching it at home on Friday night, but Saturday I did a double showing. This is the first time in my whole life I've ever done a double showing of two films in the same day, which were back to back, The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Let's just talk about this real quick. $5 to go see these fucking movies, and The Dark Knight was way more packed than The Dark Knight Rises, but whatever. But $5, come on, you can't pass that up. And I was so happy to just go see these films on the big screen. I've seen The Dark Knight Rises multiple times back in 2012, but I never actually got to see The Dark Knight on the big screen. I was too young for it, so I just never got around to being able to go see that on the big screen. And I wish it was IMAX, but it is what it is. I want to talk about both presentation forms, guys, and then I want basically a little love letter to the Dark Knight trilogy right after this video. Any way I can talk about these films, I got it. But regardless, The Dark Knight, watching it in theaters, yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. And with a crowd, it's awesome. It's a different atmosphere you're going for, seeing it on the big screen in this perfect aspect ratio, but along with a crowd with reactions, live reactions. It's something different. It's a nice kind of cool feeling to it. And I love The Dark Knight. I really do. And it's just great time just watching it. And like, wow, you're going to see this film with a bunch of other people that love these films as well. And it's something really relatable to it, which I love. I love, 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 love. So going to see The Dark Knight on Batman Day, of course. Dark Knight Rises is my personal favorite, and definitely a couple people dropped out of this one. There's still a decent crowd, but The Dark Knight Rises, watching this big on the big screen, you guys know I talked about this in the past, especially with a couple of my Dark Knight trilogy videos that I made. The Dark Knight Rises is personal to me, one of the best theater-going experiences of all time in IMAX when I went to go see it on the Saturday that it came out of the weekend. Due to the shooting and all that stuff that happened back in 2012. But going to see this brought back so many memories. And I know The Dark Knight Rises has a lot of plot holes. And I can admit, like, I can see them too. And do they annoy me a little bit here and there? Sure, but I love this movie. And I think this is personally always going to be the best out of the trilogy for me. Well, my favorite out of the trilogy. The best, I can agree, is The Dark Knight. It's perfect from start to finish. But my favorite is The Dark Knight Rises. Sitting here watching it with a crowd, watching it on the big screen brought back so many memories. And I was just so happy to just experience it. And it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever fucking seen. And not let alone aspect ratio, sound mixing, everything sounded just like it did in 2012. And except it wasn't IMAX, but I loved it. Only regret, guys, is I kind of do regret now not seeing Batman Begins. It is what it is. I hope they keep doing this, though, because I'd love to go see these movies once a year in theaters for fucking $5. Come on. And they only did 3 showings. They did Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises. They gave perfect time windows, like about 45 minutes after each showing, take a break, go pee, go grab food, whatever, and come right back into the theater, which I thought was really good. They actually doubled up the showings I take that back, for The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, because more people wanted to go at different times. So that was pretty cool to see 2 showings, The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I loved it. But guys, I know this video is overdue. I had a lot of things going on, but I wanted to know your guys' thoughts. Did you guys get to go see the Dark Knight trilogy in theaters on Batman Day? If you guys did, let me know your thoughts below. Did you guys have a good experience like me? Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.